Hi guys, and welcome back to Tommy Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. Once again, we have a great engagement in between the two pro players from the South Korean scene. This game has been played in the year 2014, so let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. As we are spawning here at the 9 o'clock position in the brown, it is Nast aka BISU. So BISU, very talented and strong player, actually the best Protoss in that period of 2014. And his opponent here spawning as native LT at the 3 o'clock position. It is of course Light with his AK. So very strong matchup here. We have once again Protoss versus Terran, as I see BISU already moving out very early here with his probe. So this of course is not going to be a scouting probe. Perhaps BISU is going to try a little bit of a cheese. Perhaps he's going to steal the gas from the main here. No, he's actually building here a pylon into this position, as the map we're playing on is called Mist. So I believe Mist is a 2 spawning location map, given the fact that BISU straightly headed into this position very close here to the proximity here of the Terran. The slide is opening up here very nice, with a wall in here for his SCVs, with a nice placed supply depot into this position. Now let's have a look at the follow-up in here. Both players at the 9 worker count. There's that 10 workers, and here is that gateway of course for BISU. So BISU going for a little bit of a cheese here. He's trying a rush with some probes, with some zealots in here. Brings here his probe just to see exactly when the timing is going to come out for that barracks, and in comes that SCV with the barracks. Of course an advantage here for BISU, as his gateway is of course going to finish much faster here than this barracks. He's also trying to damage here the SCV from Light, so Light already suffering here a little bit, even pulls 2 SCVs here just to get rid of this probe as quickly as possible, even repairing here his SCV. So very nice job here by him. And look at that, he's even opening up here with a factory, no, actually with a second barracks. So Light is expecting something here, as his SCV has already moved out here on the map. And even the gas has been stolen here, so BISU very fast. Even caught me by surprise here with that theft. So really good job here by him. Finally the SCV is coming here into the main from BISU, sees only one pylon, sees no gateway, anything, so he knows pretty much right now that of course a cheese build order is going to come towards his main, and the first zealot is already out here, already at the 2-minute and 30-minute mark. So let's just see exactly as the walling continues here with that supply depot here for Light. So Light already suffering here a little bit, one of his SCV already taking some damage, the second SCV also taking some damage, but Light really doing a nice job here, building a nice wall in here, a nice sim city here with his marines. Some gas has been stolen here by that probe, and that zealot has already fallen down here off his shields. So really good job here by Light, defending here his marine with this nice build order, with this nice build placement. There's the sieve probe as a second zealot comes now in, but there's already 3 marines out. So Light was expecting indeed a strong push here by BISU, and perhaps BISU just waits here for that shield to get back online, as he's pumping even more and more zealots. Actually here is at 3, and the 4th one is also being produced. But there's also here 4 marines nicely placed here in the back, as Light can nicely micro them back and forth. He just needs to be careful not to take any attack here from these units. Now let's have a look. 1 zealot already down, 1 marine also already down here. So pretty good job here by Light, holding this position, as BISU decides here to move a little bit back. The SCV is still here into the main, sees that 1 gateway, no cybernetic score yet, is denying that expansion a little bit. There is no action going on yet here, for as BISU is already only at 3 zealots in here, but Light already pulling here those SCVs, those 4 SCVs in the front, just to protect those marines, and many marines here for Light. I believe it is 9 marines here for him. Really good job, but it's of course very important to have some protection here for those marines with those SCVs. Really good job here by him. So 4 zealots here versus all of those marines, don't stand a chance, given the fact that SCVs are in the front. Now finally BISU tries to get a nice surround in here, going for some marines. 2-3 marines have fallen here, 1 zealot has fallen here as well. So pretty good surround here by BISU, and more reinforcements are coming in. A bunker is even being placed here by Light. Another marine has fallen in here, but the zealots are dropping really low, and a nice bunker in here just to cancel finally this gateway in here. In comes those zealots, but 1 is very hurt. So BISU still tries to do some economic damage, Sadly for him, his zealot is going to fall. The gateway is also going to fall in here. He kills one SCV, but in the end Light holds, and not only that he holds, but he's able to push this back really strong with a 2 barrack strategy, and with this he might even try a push. It would be a possibility for him, of course. Sadly his marines are really hurt in here, so he needs to be careful. BISU might target 1 or 2 of them, and it could be a really strong push in here with some SCVs, with some marines in the front. There's that expansion. No cannons yet, no forge yet out here for BISU. Let's have a look at his other buildings. There's that cybernetic score, and of course that cybernetic score much needed here for BISU, as those dragoons would be a great counter against those marines. So yeah, BISU tries of course to snipe 1 SCV or 2, builds some pylon here in the front just to cancel perhaps a bunker build up, but there is Light already here building all of those bunkers, and in come the probes, so lots of damage will be taken here. 1 zealot has already fallen, 1 marine has fallen as well. Nice surround here by BISU with those probes. Not that many probes have been killed yet. He has to cancel that bunker. In come the reinforcements here by Light, and there is that bunker being finished. So once again BISU in some serious trouble in here, as those marines are untouched. He actually has to pull back those workers, as he has fallen to 21 workers versus the 27 here from Light. He tries to catch some reinforcements, but remember, all of those probes are not mining here, so that is the advantage here for Light, as he's also deciding here to expand into this position. So nice push here by Light with those forces, even soonly going to take out here this bunker. Now in comes that great surround here by BISU, going straight for that bunker. Some repairing is going on, but this bunker is going to drop so low. Reinforcements are going to kill once again 1 probe or 2 perhaps. But he's already with 4 zealots in here. 1 has fallen, and yeah, Light slowly but steadily has to push back, but hold on, there is a vulture coming in, so that vulture of course great counter here for the Terran against those zealots. However, BISU with those 2 dragoons already out, and yeah, like I told you, if you micro those dragoons really nicely, those marines will of course stand no chance. So this is why most Terrans really like to go into mechanical build orders here. Finally Light tries to kill some of those workers, and BISU already falling at 16 workers. So even this vulture here with his 3 kills, killing so many workers in here, really great job here by him. Finally it's going to be taken out, as BISU is slowly but steadily recovering in here. A nice floating barracks just to check out the proximity, even another one in here, but I'm pretty sure that Light is going to position in even more and more mechanical build order. So as things are finally settling down here, BISU is moving out here with his dragoons. Another good counter against dragoons will of course be vultures with mines, but then again most Protosses really like to go into an observatory with that robotics facility bay. Also some drops would be an option here for BISU, but slowly but steadily he still has to recover from that economic damage. He's still 10 workers behind here of Light, as Light has decided here to play it very defensively. Once again with those siege tanks on the high ground, a very good position here for them, as he's nicely mining here. So yeah, let's have a look at the following here, as more and more factories it should be here for Light. Indeed, he might even go for a starport just to try some drops perhaps into this position. It would be a good position to drop some siege tanks in here, some vultures. But yeah, let's have a look what exactly his decision is going to be. A nice observatory here for BISU. So like I told you, of course, an observatory is much needed here in case you move out as a Protoss with those dragoons, just to clear those mines on the paths here, as many Terrans really like to lay their mines here just to stop an aggression or even be aggressive with those mines. And look at that, there is even a nice sneaky expansion build up here by Light. So Light feeling very confident here with his economy, even transferring some of his SCVs as well, slowly but steadily closing in at the 10-minute mark. So great defense here by Light, and a good strong push, giving him here this advantage, this economic advantage, already at 45 workers here, and even leaves a nice siege tank into this position. So Light on the defense, building more and more macro units, more and more mechanical units. It should be more and more barracks, factories. And yeah, let's have a look what the answer here from BISU is going to be, as he's slowly but steadily recovering here, placing some pylons just to have some vision in case there is a drop indeed going to come into this position. Even having this nice pylon here, so he really makes sure just to have as much vision as possible And now he's sending out here his observers. One is already making it here into this position, but he still has no idea about this expansion in here, as a scan is also being prepared here for the Terran. So even more and more factories are being built here for light. So this is what I told you, the strategy of many Terrans in here. Tanks with Goliaths, with Vultures. They must, if you face a Terran, it can also work against the Zerg, but many Terrans really like to go bio against Zerg, some Marines with medics. As we see BISU now actually moving out here, the observers have of course cleared the way, so BISU knows that there are no mines here into this proximity. Light playing it very defensively, but don't forget that he has that economic damage still at 10 more workers here. And finally Light is moving out here, placing some mines. BISU has to micro those Dragoons really nicely. He's of course known for his Dragoon micro, so really good job here by him, as he also leaves here his Dragoon in the middle of the map, just to have as much map awareness as possible, and at the same time to intercept those Vultures into this position, just so that he secures here his expansion, his probes. Light still on the defense, still laying mines all over the map, just to have as much vision as possible. BISU perhaps is going to try to prepare here an expansion into this position. Light already up here with his expansion, and in comes BISU, and he sees that expansion, and so now he knows that he has to make something happen, given the fact that Light has that economic advantage now against him. At the same time, he's immediately reacting here with a expansion at the 11 o'clock position, but in comes Light just sniping here that probe immediately. A pretty good harassment here, like many Terrans. They really like to go into Vultures, just place some mines all around the map, just to stop an army move out here by the Protoss. So the Protoss has to be very careful with his observers in here. Finally, look at all of those fabrics, all of those factories here by Light. Even more and more is going to get pushed out here. So many mechanical units, Vultures. I don't see any Goliaths yet, but he doesn't need them, given the fact that BISU has no Arbiter, he has no carrier build order in here. It's just mass gateways in here, and there is that Arbiter Bay here and the Stargate. But look at that, Light actually moving out here at the almost 13-minute mark in here, placing his mines. There is no observer yet here on this position here for BISU. Finally there is that observer, and he's just going to spot here the army move out here by Light. So Light feeling very confident, moving straight out into this position. I'm pretty sure that he did scan this position, so BISU has to regroup, he has to defend. So many zealots in here, but they will take so much damage. Now the zealots are of course very important, just to soak those mines into the siege tanks, so the mines will work against the Terran in here. So here we go, Light is sieging up slowly but steadily. He's going to deal so much damage. BISU still on hold position, finally sends out here some zealots in the front. Good job here by him clearing some of those mines, but he's really low on zealots, so he needs many more zealots. Here they come, here come the reinforcements here by BISU, as Light is placing even so many more mines into this position. There's even a nice turret in here just in case BISU went for some BTs, but I don't see any Dark Templars yet here for BISU. And slowly but steadily Light is moving here forward with his siege tank, and BISU just has to make something happen. He's coming here forward with some of his zealots in the front. Not that many units here for him. Only a good position here for BISU, but those Vultures are also nicely being positioned here in the center. And sadly for BISU, he just didn't make it quite through here to all of those tanks. So 4 tanks are still alive here for Light, as the army has really dropped drastically here for BISU. So sadly for him, he's below 100 supply in here, as Light is pushing here forward. Let's just check quick those upgrades, 0 to 1 upgrades, BISU 000. So yeah, things look really rough now here for BISU. A nice wall in here into this position, but Light just keeps pushing here forward. He even has a CV just to repair those units, and even 2 Goliaths are now being added just to take care of that Arbiter. So really good job here by Light, sieging here this expansion. And yeah, BISU in some serious trouble. Perhaps he might try a shuttle drop here with some zealots, but there's just so much here for the Terran, and this is exactly when the economic advantage is kicking in. He's just even having that nice highway here into this position with all of those mines. So BISU, what can he do now? Just so much here for the Terran. in some serious trouble as this expansion has fallen. So many probes will fall. BISU is moving out here with a small army group, but that is of course going to be the GG, as even those dragoons will take so much damage here out of those mines. So a great game here by both players. In the end, Light holding with those two barracks. I think that the outcome would have been quite different if BISU would have went for a normal strategy with a fast expansion instead of a cheese gameplay here with a gateway, with a pylon, and with that stealing of that gas into this position. But yeah, sadly for him it didn't work out. It was a very strong and aggressive move, but it didn't work out, and Light of course being there to punish him really strong, and with this third expansion taking here the advantage, the economic advantage, and of course kicking in and just moving here forward. Now let's just quick check those stats if you guys are interested. Just hold on a second. Once again I'm going to be clicking left and right. So native LT, this is of course the AK for Light. Light also very strong in the ASL season 12 2021. One of my favorites. Let's just see if he makes it. And yeah, very strong and talented Terran indeed. Same can be said of course about BISU, you guys know him. The best Protoss in the period 2014 when this game has been played. A really good and strong job here by both players. A very interesting map also with a 2 spawning location. So yeah, really nice game. I hope once again you guys enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you of course in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.